Welcome to Do the Talk podcast. This is your real estate podcast where we teach regular people just like us how to invest in real estate. If you are looking to invest in real estate, you have come to the right place. My name is Hamel Lawal, and my co-host here today is Ibrahim Day, and we are committed to, making investing in real estate simple, seamless as much as possible. So, without further delay, I'm gonna check with Ibrahim. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It's just another day, and we're always excited to come here and talk to you guys and kind of educate you on how you can improve your life. I mean, in the sense of real estate investment, where you can create generational wealth, create wealth for your family, provide. I mean, that also is a legacy that you can leave behind for your kids because now you show them the pathway to become a financial independent. So today we have a very interesting topic. Okay, very interesting topic. We want to tell you about the cities. Of course, a state can be so great in general, but however, you have to know the cities that you need to go to so you can get the most out of your investment.
Yep.
So we are going to be looking at a few cities that it is, when you look at data, it is guaranteed that yes, you're going to be profitable and successful in that city if you follow the law and also know the rule of business. Ahmed is going to start us today with all these cities that in Indiana, we are focusing Indiana today. Okay. The cities that you can invest and it's going to be profitable to you. And before I bring Ahmed in, I want to remind you, please, we depend on you guys. We want you to click on the like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, your family, your co-worker. It is free, guys.
Yeah.
Please help us. We are committed to come here all the time to talk about this. It costs us some money. I don't know if I should say this, Ahmed, but we spend money on this. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel and share with your friends, your family, your co-worker. Thank you. Ahmed, they would like to hear from you. What are the cities that people need to kind of channel their energy towards and see that growth eventually?
Yeah, absolutely, Ibrahim. So, like we always say, guys, Indianapolis is no brainer. I'm not even going to mention Indianapolis in this video because Indianapolis for sure is, if you're looking to invest in real estate in Indianapolis is on your number one list. Because that is where most people live. However, there are other cities around Indianapolis, far and wide in Indiana state, that if you invest there, you can actually see a cheap house and the location is good, the population is growing, business are coming in. These are the things that you need. We don't just come here and advise you to buy a house and you go inside one remote area and you buy a house. Nobody's moving in there. Nobody's going to be living in that house. Of course, it's a business. You want to make money. Yes. So these are some of the cities that, right now we see the population growing. We see business moving in from out of state, moving around in the state and stuff like that. So if you're looking to invest, I'm going to start with the lower side and move it up because, except you are a billionaire already, we are regular people. So we want to start from what is affordable for us before we move out. There are some cities that you can find a very cheap property in. That doesn't mean the investment is going to be profitable though. So city like Eckhart, Indiana. Eckhart, Indiana is a growing city. It's been growing for a while now, and businesses are moving in. So Eckhart is a place to focus on if you want to invest in Indiana. Maybe you cannot avoid Indianapolis, then Eckhart is another option for you. Fort Wayne as well. Kokomo has been growing silently few years now. A lot of attraction, a lot of colleges are moving in and businesses are moving in. Constructions is, non-stop over there. So Kokomo is a target right now and the property in Kokomo are very cheap while the rent is high. So those are the kind of things you want to look for when you are actually looking for cities to invest in. Jeffersonville, Indiana. Jeffersonville, Indiana is like right on the border of Indiana and Kentucky. So that gives a vibe of, if you can't be working in, Louisville, working in surrounding city, and you are able, to live in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and you are able to just, live there and or rent it out and make some money. So Jeffersonville, Indiana is another one. Columbus, Plainfield. So Plainfield is huge because it's on the west side of Indianapolis. Indianapolis is, of course, it's like saturated right now. People are moving, to its suburban area. So Plainfield is a very big one. Noblesville is big. Greenwood is big. Westfield, Carmel, and Fishers. I ended up with Westfield, Carmel, and Fisher because those cities can be expensive. Those cities can be expensive, but guess what? If you are looking for a place that will give you high equity, like you are not banking on cash flow, you are looking for equity. These last three cities, Westfield, Carmel, Fishers, you can count on it day in, day out. Why? Because the kind of setup that the government has put in place there, there is a lot of green area, parks, family-oriented area, high-tech company moving in.
Amenities.
It's just no-brainer. So things like that is going to give you, it's going to bring in bigger boys, boys with money, executive CEOs and all that. And with that, all you're gonna get is equity. Like it's just good. You're gonna get a lot of equity. You might not get cash flow, but you're gonna get equity. Remember, we are talking about cities that you need to invest in. Ibrahim. So all these cities that I mentioned, you definitely might have some more to add. However, what are the things that makes them that constitutes them to be able to get on this list?
Yeah, good. Thank you for asking that question. It's very interesting because you see all these cities, some of them that Ahmed mentioned, like 10 years ago, they are not so hot like this. They are not, the growth is not so massive the way it was like between like 4 to 6 years ago. That's when it started blowing up. And I'm talking about somewhere like Noblesville, somewhere like Westfield.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, I believe the builders, the developers, they purposefully developed Noblesville, Westfield, and Fishers. I mean, Fisher has been there a while now, but Westfield, Noblesville, it was between 4 to 6 years. That's when everything just the growth just skyrocketed. What I assess or what I see that's going on, it's that Carmel, it's like you can say Carmel is almost out of land. Like there's no really land for developer to build on. And because Carmel, Westfield, they are so close, and developers, they make more profit on a bigger home than it is small homes. So what they do is essentially they build high top, very beautiful, massive houses in Noblesville. And when they do that, it increases the value of the normal homes that have been there already, that has been built there in that area. Because we all know we assess the value based on the sale in that area. It's really local. So that's why they always tell you real estate is local. So what am I getting to here? A lot of builders, they come in, they build bigger houses. Besides that, the land in Carmel, Westfield, Fishers, they are more expensive than the land in like some small community in Indianapolis or even outside of Indy, like, So land are expensive. So land cost is part of it. The city itself, because, for example, you mentioned Plainfield. The city of Hendricks, their tax in Hendricks is more than Marion County. So and also the land in Hendricks is more expensive than land in Indianapolis.
Yes.
Okay. Though Indianapolis is a big city, we have expensive part of Indy, we have the average and the low income part of Indy. However, in general, Hendricks tax and land is more expensive than
Yeah.
Indianapolis
Yeah.
land. So because of that, when a builder is paying more for land, to recover their money, to recoup it, they try to build something that will yield, that will kind of bring them a lot of profit.
Yeah.
And they realize that building a big home is what they use to get their money back.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why, area like Westfield, it is just so hot right now. Like all the houses there are big homes. I look at Lennar flyers some days ago. Literally, you are seeing a house of six something, seven something, 800. Like
That's
a house that
massive.
yes, you know. And the crazy thing is, or interesting thing is that some of these, the same size of house in Danville, and I'm talking about Lennar. I'm not talking about Lennar to Lennar. In Danville, the same size, you can see at least like $120 cut from the same price. But the only thing is they will change the floor plan. But when you look at the square footage,
It's the same.
it's the same thing, but the structure, the design may be a little different on the
Yeah.
other side, which anybody that knows about house will understand that the floor plan itself does not, it's not that expensive, like to, it's not the value or the price. It's not as huge as the $120,000
Yes.
difference.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But the land in Westfield, arguably, I mean, you cannot even argue that.
Yeah, it's expensive, yeah.
And that area is designed to be a reserve area, like
Yeah.
where it's gonna, enough amenities, safety,
Yeah.
quietness,
Yeah.
a lot of aesthetics, like
Yeah.
natural beauty,
Yeah,
which
the-
is
the
the
design.
design, the land, so they planned those area. They took their time to kind of reserve those area. Noblesville, Westfield, Carmel, Fishers, all those area. They're trying to make it more elegant in Indiana, so that people who can afford that will go to those areas, and people that want to stay in some area in Indianapolis will stay there. So with all this, sometimes it's kind of tough for the average people to really, we're looking at data, because we're in the business.
Yeah.
But some people, they want to get into this business. There are some few things that they can just, with their gut and also what they are observing, going into some areas that will help them to determine if this area is it decent enough for me to invest.
Yeah.
So what are the things that you feel like, okay, at least, even if you don't know data, if you are seeing this in that area, what are the things that you believe will help them identify a good area to invest?
Yeah. So thank you. The area you just mentioned, I call them Big Five. Zions View, Westfield, Carmel, Fishers, and Noblesville.
Yeah.
I call them Big Five.
Yeah,
So
those are
I just
Big
want
Five.
to say that.
Correct.
Anyway, so yeah, to answer your question, population is huge in investment. We are not in the business of anything else than human. We want people to live in the house that we purchase, try to rent out. So the number one thing before anything is population growth.
Definitely.
Not the current population. Let me clarify that. Not the current population.
Yes.
The population growth. What is the trend for the last 5-10 years?
Yes.
What are we seeing? Are typically you should be looking for 0.8% year-over-year growth minimum. That's anything below that, wrong. But if you can see 0.8%, which we are just talking before the podcast, Westfield is 7.7. That is like
massive.
Yeah, that is out of this world. 7.7. But if you can see 1 point, even 0.9, 2 points, those are good enough.
Yeah.
Then the next thing is, what is the purchase price? What is the average purchase price in that environment?
Yeah.
That will be personal to everybody. I might be able to afford a house of 500,000 and someone is able to afford a house of 80,000. So you want to look at the minimum purchase price in that city, and what is the rent. Typically, if you're looking for cash flow, make sure you are close enough to 1% rule. 1% rule is if you buy a house of 100,000, you must be able to rent it for 1% of 100,000, which is 1,000.
Yeah.
If you can do that, there is a high chance that you will cash flow. But like I said, some people have money, they are just not looking for cash flow right now.
Correct.
So that is where the big five comes in. If you want like long-term equity in your house, then you should be looking for the big five. Anything other than that, don't go into big five because you might not see cash flow.
Yes.
So those are two major things in my opinion. Do you have any other thing to add?
Oh yeah. Just to add to this, I feel like if you're trying to invest and you don't have time to do, data analysis and
Yeah.
but you want to invest and you don't have too much in your pocket, you just want to go with what you are seeing. I may talk about population, people that are coming in, which is great. The other things I want you to focus on, you want to see what investment is coming into that area. Little things like Starbucks. Okay, because when they are coming in, they are not coming in to lose money or coming into an area that they will not recoup their investment back. So Starbucks, you see Walmart coming in, you see Kroger, you see a store. Anywhere you see Sam's Club, anywhere you see Sam's Club is one of the biggest, because the reason why Sam's Club will go somewhere, it's because they believe in that neighborhood, in that area, people can afford to buy in a wholesale, like in a bundle, Because, for example, if you want to buy a bottle of water or a small bottle of water at CVS, you can buy small one like $2, $3, whatever. But in Sam's Club, they won't sell that little bottle. It's gonna be in a big box. For sure, it's still cheaper when you buy it, but people that go to Sam's Club, because you have to pay subscription every year. Costco, all those big retail or wholesale companies, wherever they are establishing their business, it tells you that area is good.
Yeah.
At that time, it's good, because if it's not good, they will not come there, because they will lose so much. They do a lot of research before they go to an area, just because they know their product as something that whoever comes there to buy, at least the middle class are the one living in that area. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not going to be profitable for them. So they do a tons of research to make sure an area is good before they come there. So what I'm saying here is that when you see Starbucks, Sam's Club, this national merchant, national retailer, wholesaler coming into an area, it means that area is decent enough for you to invest. Because at the end of the day, you are your investment because they are confident that that area is established enough, or it is growing in a pace that is that will accommodate their business.
Yeah.
And if you can accommodate Sam's Club, Costco, Target, and all those people, if you can accommodate their business, it will 100% accommodate your business.
Yeah.
So those are the few things that I think that I believe if you pay attention to, it will definitely help you to identify the area to invest. So I think we give them a valuable information for free.
Yeah.
And I must say, we don't need anything from you but to help us share this video, subscribe, give it to your friends, your family, your coworker. It's gonna benefit everyone. Ahmed, what do you have to say? If they want to reach out to you, because it looks like we're out of time now, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to reach out to me, you can go on our website, which is hazopm.com, haziopm.com. And all the information you need is on there. My phone number, the business phone number. You can email us. And if you are a social media person, go on our social media platform, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, hazopm.com, and DM me, and I will be able to respond to Ibrahim.
Yeah, go to ibrealtor.us. That is how you can reach out to me, ibrealtors.us. Yep. Or if you want to, call me 317-728-0213. You can text me. If you go to our website, there's WhatsApp, my Instagram, my TikTok, everything's connected. So anything concerning real estate, I am your guy.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.